Okay, guys. So just real fast, I got to get ready to go to work. But I'm seeing a big trend now. It's a trend, and what people are doing is they're trying to blame food for all sorts of things. They're saying the food supply is fake food. We got all kinds of stuff. It's all just a big conspiracy theory that fake food and the food supply is tainted and we got poison in our food and everything else, which was never really there before RFK. And I've always been the first to admit that you're better off to eat natural and healthy, wholesome foods, especially foods you grew in the backyard that's organic yourself and you knew where it come from and everything else. So I'm a big proponent of that if you can do it, and it's absolutely great when you can. And you can grow your own chickens and have your own eggs. The eggs are much more healthier for you and everything else. Okay, but let me just say this. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a couple examples of how I know this real fast, and then I got to get off here. But what the real reason why people are so tired, they just don't want to do nothing. And it's, oh my God, I'm so tired. I can't hardly get up out of bed anymore. The food supply is just killing me. I'm dying here. Well, I bet if you were to go take their blood down at the down at the doctor, and it's not something that they're just saying, but if they went and took their blood, they would probably see that their vitamin levels and everything are probably pretty good compared to what they think they are. And I bet if you were to check their protein levels are probably pretty good compared to where they think they are. And I know there's 3D printed meat out here and everything else, but I can tell you more than likely your chicken is not 3D printed. It's when they say it's stringy or whatever. If you've been eating chicken forever and you take a deep fried chicken, you tear it apart like a chicken breast, it's going to come stringy like that. That's normal. That's not unnormal. And I seen one lady got some strawberries and said, "What are they putting in our food supply? What's in our food supply?" And it was just a bunch of unripened strawberries that were not ripe, unripened strawberries that was out of season. So let's just not get crazy with this stuff, okay? That it's not the food. Now here I'm gonna get to what actually the problem is. Well, back years ago, not now, but back probably about 13, 14 years ago, the vegan community had a problem to where that a lot of vegans were getting really depressed and they were deciding to um, unalive unalive, and the big ass word. Uh, so they were deciding to do that. Okay, and really they come down to two things that was causing the problem. One was soy. It was really, really high amounts of soy was causing a lot of estrogen high levels. And soy is not a bad thing. It was just they were eating soy at an extremely high amount of rate. It was like tofu this and tofu that, tofurkey, tofu this, and soy milk and stuff like that. Just soy everything. So they're just soy boys. They go down here to Starbucks to get soy in their soy creamer in their coffee and stuff like that. Soy. And so basically, the soy boy thing really was taking the mental depression on them because it was making their estrogen levels spike. Early, so it was thought anyway. But the second reason was they were watching animal cruelty videos. Okay. And that was causing the depression problem. Okay. So then there was another problem. I can give you another example of myself. When this is how you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, a long time ago, I had a girlfriend and I broke up with her, and I eat healthy as hell. Pardon French. I eat really healthy. I mean, I eat good, close, some clean cut foods. I eat nothing but quality stuff. I yeah, I worked out all the time. I eat straight grain foods, steaks and chicken and stuff like that. I didn't eat no burgers. I didn't eat no trash. Didn't eat nothing like that. And I was working out. I was being healthy. And I was like, why am I always so tired though? I always felt tired, drained in energy. Didn't seem like life was going to go forward for me. There was going to be nothing else there for me, and my life was just going to be done. Okay. Well, I was just tired because I had broken up with this girl I loved so much. And the reason why I was tired, and finally, they diagnosed it. Finally, the reason why I was tired, I didn't know it, but even 3 years later, I was still depressed over breaking up with that girl. And depression was what was causing it. No matter how well I eat, no matter how healthy I tried to be, no matter what I tried to do, I had no energy to clean my house. I had no energy to go forward. I had no energy to do nothing. I didn't even, whatever. Okay. Because I was depressed. Okay. So let me just tell you this, and I'm not going to tell you to go to a clinical psychologist or anything like that for depression because you're tired and this and that. You're blaming the food. But I'm going to tell you what to do to help with the clinical depression some. Get yourself a parakeet or a bird or something. If you're in that situation where you can, get yourself a parakeet, a couple little parakeets. You'd be surprised at taming those little parakeets and how much those little parakeets will beat your life. You don't have to necessarily get a dog, but get you a couple little parakeets or something. And maybe get you some goldfish. You'd be surprised at how relaxing watching goldfish are. Get you a couple little goldfish in a 10-gallon aquarium. Little small fantails in a 10-gallon aquarium. Something that you can take care of beside yourself in your life. Okay. And then the second one is you can be in one of three situations. You can be in an apartment in a big building where you cannot actually do nothing you cannot actually go nowhere to do nothing to be able to actually grow your own food. You can't grow it on a balcony. You could be on a situation where you can't grow it on a balcony. But if you can, grow it with grow lights. Grow it with grow lights. Grow it on a balcony. Whatever else. Second one is you could be renting something. All right, so you say I can't break the land. Well, you can raise food in 5-gallon buckets. Okay, that's the second one. And then the third one is you can actually plant an astro garden because you have your house, or you can do raised beds. But get your garden. And the reason why is because when you're taking care of something else beside yourself and you have a reason to be out there, you start cooking outside. Go outside, get in the sun, enjoy yourself, mow your grass, Don't mow your grass with just a gas mower. Get your little reel mower, and the old timey reel mowers. And trust me, you'll be surprised at how much better you feel about yourself by doing that. Okay, give yourself purpose to your life. The reason why you have no energy and the reason why you're so tired is because you are depressed. Okay. And I'm seeing this junk all over the internet saying, oh, it's the food. It's the food. No, it's not the food. The food's the same thing as it was before. It's not the food or the food quality. It all goes through the USDA and everything else. And it actually is you're depressed. You don't go out as much as you used to. You don't have as much time and money as you used to. You every single penny you get is taken for bills and for food and everything else. All right. So the cure is, like I said, start focusing on, doing things that it doesn't cost money to go to a park and walk. Walk in the park. Go walking in the park. It doesn't even cost no money to do that. Okay? Just do something that will bring your life up and give yourself purpose. Okay? And then you'll start noticing that energy coming back and you'll stop blaming food. Anyway, be good. Get at it. Take it easy.